What's going on, everybody? Quarth here, and I don't have a clever intro to start this video, but god damn it, I'm gonna try. So a while ago, I ran a poll on my community post asking if you guys wanted a full story of Redeye series, and to my surprise, a lot of you said yes. So I feel like I would deliver because I considered Redeye to be a fan favorite character, and he's my favorite character to play. And so I considered, and I brought it to myself that I bring you guys a full story on Redeye, which is a 3-part series similar to Bunny. So without further ado, grab your chicken fries and grab your Krabby Patty from Wendy's because we're going to be talking about the full story of Redeye, starting with Part 1, Loss. The beginning of our story takes place in the second dimension, which is a parallel dimension to the first dimension, where everything is basically the same, but the characters are different. It all started with a 31-year-old Lewis McCroy and a 29-year-old Maria McCroy would give birth to 2 children, a daughter named Susie Athena McCroy, and a son, which is Daniel Arthur McCroy, aka Redeye. Fast forward a couple years to when Redeye, aka Daniel, who I'll be calling now, was around, I'd say, 10 years old. His sister Susie was around 16 years old. And boom, the war would break out. The Imagined Order would invade the second dimension, attempting to take it control and make it their own dimension of Imagined Order rulership. As the war sparked, Daniel's father left to join the Seven and become the Foundation again after he retired. But unfortunately, he would die due to some gunshot injuries and being shot by Gunnar himself of the second dimension. So this led Daniel, his mother, and his sister, and his brother, which was recently born, a 3-year-old Crimson Koenig McCroy. And just a heads up, in the second dimension, Koenig is Daniel's uncle, which hints why the name Crimson Koenig McCroy. Just thought I'd give you that heads up. But it would take a couple years until Daniel and his family found a portal that led to the first dimension, which were evacuating the citizens of the second dimension. Daniel's mother would tell all of the children to stay behind as she went to investigate the portal to make sure it was safe for them, when all of a sudden, she was shot in the head by an unknown assailant, who we still don't know to this day who it was. But this left Daniel, his sister Susie, and his little brother Crimson on their own in the second dimension. Fast forward a bit, and Crimson would get bit by a radioactive spider and leave with his uncle Koenig to the first dimension. Daniel and Susie would then not go, considering that they were part of a group called the Pantheon, which were a resistance organization to counteract the Imagined Order. But then it would all take a dark turn for Daniel and the rest of the Pantheon when one day, while Susie and Daniel were scouting the outskirts of the wall, a missile would then hit a nearby mountain, causing a rock to fall and crush Susie's chest and body under it. Daniel would try to pull her from under the rock, but it would only make it worse, splitting her in half, and she would lay there dying in his arms. Susie, with her last dying breath, told Daniel to cut out her red eye and keep it as like a good luck charm of some sorts. Susie Athena McCroy would then later die in Daniel's arms when she was only 19 years old. Daniel took out his pocket knife and cut out his eye, and then cut out her eye and put her eye into his eye socket, officially giving him the nickname among the Pantheon, Redeye. Things would then later get worse for Daniel when he was captured by the Imagined Order and taken to a warehouse far away from the Pantheon. At this point, the Pantheon would be exposed, and all the Pantheon members except for Daniel would be either captured or murdered. So there Daniel was. For 6 weeks, he was sitting in a safe house, barely any food or water, and being tortured brutally by the Imagined Order every single day, even going so far as to burn the left side of his face into acid to try and get information about anyone else that lives in the second dimension. And because Gunnar was in that base as well. But then suddenly, the safe house would get attacked by an unknown group of assailants, and this would lead Redeye to snap and finally take out the Imagined Order that was inside of that base and crush Gunnar's skull in with his own mask. He would then take Gunnar's mask and take his blood and wipe Gunnar's blood on the mask and put it on, officially making him not Daniel McCroy, but Redeye. And this began his journey of vengeance on the Imagined Order. Redeye would then flee with a bunch of weaponry, ammo, and guns. to the portal. And leaving no hesitation, he would jump through to the first dimension, kickstarting his new goal to crush the imagined order and anyone that is with them. But anyway, that's going to be it for the full story on Redeye Part 1. Part 2 will be coming soon. I just got to work on it. And I'm really sorry for taking a long ass break. I've just been busy with a lot of things, with school and with Halloween just ending. It was just a hell of a time. By the way, I was Doctor Doom for Halloween. I don't know if you guys know that. But yeah, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and I really hope that this could satisfy a lot of you. And let me know what other characters you guys want from the saga for full story of. There's many others, like CR, there's Spectre, there's Quantum, there's Nexus, there's Ultra, there's Crimson. There are so many characters from the sagas that I've been in and the sagas that I've created over the years that have not yet got a full story. So let me know if you guys want those in the comments below. And I'll pick the best ones and I'll run a poll. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me. This is Quarth or Day in Real Life, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.